People assume that greatness is achieved in a short period of time. The one word which I give more importance for than anything else is consistency. If you want to be truly great, and this I would say to students also, it does not matter if you are great for a day or a month or a year. You have to keep doing it again and again and again and again. And do you know the English word for doing something great on a repeated basis? The English word that describes the search for perfection relentlessly. The relentless search for perfection. So to students, I will say, if you are good in a mathematics exam, you should be good every time and again and not just once. If you are good in declamation or debate or music, you should do it over months and years. And therefore, I want to remind you of the English word which describes the relentless search for perfection. And parents, I would share this with you. The word is tenacity. Tenacity is more important than genius. Tenacity is more important than being a prodigy. Tenacity is more important than one miracle performance. Parents and students, I would tell you, if you want to achieve truly great things in life, then please imbibe this word deep inside your heart. And parents, please tell your children, be tenacious. Because if you're tenacious, which means you will never give up. A person who is tenacious with nature never accepts defeat. He keeps trying, not sure when success will come. But it is that search for success at some point. It is that battle. It is that effort which is more important. That is the one thing I would share with you. I always feel scared, Riniki, when people call me to schools and colleges. I end up saying the wrong things. And sometimes the teachers don't like me. So when your principal is taking the video, I'm worried. Tomorrow I may say things he may not like, but I want to tell you what is in my heart. Can I share what is in my heart to you? Okay? Now don't put this on WhatsApp or YouTube. I may say the wrong things. Anyway, in my whole life, I have only said wrong things. So students, don't take me seriously, okay? I'll tell you 5 or 6 things which are human values, which I would share with you. And I hope that this means something to all of you. The first thing that I would say is family. The most important thing for achieving anything in life, I believe are family values. And so I would say to parents, the incredible effort that this school is putting in this incredible global infrastructure, the effort in putting its team together, it's so difficult. It will mean a lot at the end of the day if all of us contribute in terms of family values. For me, let me say from my personal experience, my mother is here before me, Arnab Goswami. Throughout my school years, the amount of personal sacrifice that I have seen my mother and my father do for me and for my sister. My sister is today a group captain and a commanding officer in the Indian Air Force. And I am a journalist. It would not be possible without the sacrifice and hard work. Quiet sacrifice, quiet hard work. And therefore, if I have achieved anything in life, I would owe it to my parents and to the upbringing that we were brought with. So this is the first thing that I would like to share. Do you agree with me on this? Family values, parents, the parent-child relationship has to be always extremely strong, because parents, and I can see more parents here now, your child will not always be successful. How you hold your child's hand when they are not successful will determine how successful they become. Can I share one more thing, secret with you? I never came first in a single debating competition. I always came third and second and third and second. And you know, in Hindi, there's a saying, Mera number kab aayega? I used to always say, Mera number kab aayega? When will I be first? And I think there was always a moment in time. I remember when I was doing 26/11. You remember 26/11 when there were the Mumbai terror attacks? 2008, when I did my debate, that is the first time in my life that I did something, I performed at a level that I truly led the journalistic world in the country, 2008. And I'll tell you, the only reason I was successful is because my parents would celebrate me getting a second prize and a third prize and even a consolation prize. I remember one day, I'll tell you, there used to be, and my mother will remember, there was a Amar Chitra Katha. You know Amar Chitra Katha? There was Amar Chitra Katha speech competition, declamation competition. And I was in class 8, I think. My father was posted in Himachal. My mother took me in a bus. We went. And I think I got the third prize. But on the way back, my mother made me feel like I had got the gold medal. If today I have achieved anything in life, it's because my mother celebrated every small little achievement of mine. So these are the things I would say: family values. Tenacity is the first thing. Family values is the second thing. I have only 5 things to share with you today. Can I come to my third point? My third point, which I will share with you, is something which I learned from my grandfather. My grandfather, Gauri Shankar Bhattacharya, was a famous communist leader, very well known to your family, and well-known lawyer, leader of the opposition in Assam. And I'll tell you a story. One day, I used to study in a missionary school. My Koka, he used to go out to his pukhuri in Ulubari. And my Koka told me one day, Ki kori aso? What are you doing? So I said, Koka, I'm sitting in the library with my comics. He said, you come with me. And I said, what do you want me to do? My Koka said, I want you to come to the pukhuri with me. My Koka used to go out fishing. And he did not need to. He used to do it to just keep himself rooted to the ground. And my Koka went to the pukhuri in Ulubari. Are Bukar Majot, he entered into the pukhuri to catch fish with his bare hands. And I was this convent-educated boy staying outside Guwahati. I have never seen something like this. My Koka said, come. I said, Koka, how do I come? He said, take off your shoes and enter the pukhuri. So I entered. And then I saw my Koka pick the fish with his bare hands. And he took it out and he was putting the fish. And as he came out of the pond, I saw that he had a lot of leeches. You know leeches? Ki koy to Ahmed? Joke, huh? They were sticking to his legs. And he was coming out and they were sticking to his legs. And he said, Toyulaya. And when I came out, I saw that there were a lot of leeches on my legs as well. And I got very scared. Very scared, as any young man would. And my Koka then told me, if you want the fish, you must go into the pond and be prepared to face the leeches. Then he said, with your hands, you take the leeches out. And I took it out. I tell you something, for 1 minute, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I was shocked. But that day, I believe that day, my Koka taught me a lesson of life. And while going back in the car, my Koka started laughing. And he started telling his assistant who was with him, "Oh, bhoy khale aji. Next time okole koriyo paribi." So I never to say no to my Koka. I said, Koka koriyo parim. But you know, today, that time I never realized what my Koka was trying to teach me. But my Koka told me one thing which I will share with you. And then he spoke excellent English. And if you come to my office, you will find letters written by my Koka in English, beautiful cursive handwriting written to me. And when my Koka started laughing and he said, Arno, I'll tell you one thing today. You know what he said, Ma? He said, if you want to achieve something in life, learn to be a rustic. I did not understand. But now I understand. And can I tell you what that lesson was? See, the reality is, if life is perfect, you will forget how to fight. You will forget how to fight. When life is imperfect, you learn to fight back. My Kaka taught me that life is not perfect, and he was giving me a big philosophical lesson in life. If you want the reward, which means if you want the fish, learn to fight your own battle. Don't go to the market or expect the fish to be cooked and brought to your table. Learn how people catch the fish. Maybe I went with him once or twice, but it has a deep impact on me. And I have never been afraid of taking a risk. I cannot explain this to you. I have done many jobs in my life, and every time when I have been doing very, very, very well, when people say, Arnab, you can't do better than this, I leave my job and I start doing something new. In 2004, when I was, very young, and I was doing very well. I was a senior editor at NDTV. Everybody said I was doing well. I had bought a house. Everything was fine. I left my job and went to Bombay. And from scratch, I started a channel. At one time, I was told that there will be no money given to your channel. I said, I will take the risk. I took a plane. I went to New York. I entered a building called the Reuters building in Times Square. And I entered and I said, I want to meet the CEO of Reuters without an appointment. Without an appointment. And the CEO of Reuters, the president of Reuters, who's probably one of the most powerful media executives in the world, came out and he said, who is this young man from India who wants to meet me? I said, I want to meet you. I have a proposal. In 15 months, I convinced Reuters to invest in India and invest in the channel that you now call Times Now. And if I have been able to take a risk, if I have been able to take challenges and do something which people don't do or take a risk, it is because of that lesson that my Kaka taught me that day. Take a risk. Don't be afraid. Be a rustic. And I want to tell all the parents and children here today, my fourth lesson to you, I hope we apply it, go out of your comfort zone. Go out of your comfort zone. The moment you are feeling comfortable in life, do something different. If you think you're the best violinist, children, I'll tell you, learn the piano. If you think you're the best pianist, learn the tabla. If you think you're the best speaker, learn horse riding. In my case, people said he's the best and most successful TV journalist, so I dropped everything and I tried to become an entrepreneur. So it's okay. So when Riniki Bhuya says to me today that I have come into education, I would say that all the battles you have fought and won have already prepared you for this fight. So I have no doubt in saying, Riniki, from this stage, you are destined to be successful at Vandya. Because you are doing something new. And every time you do something new, you feel more excited and more interested in doing something. So my fourth thing to you, be a risk taker. Be a risk taker and always, always and always get out of your comfort zone. Now I'll leave you with one thought which I want to share, and you know something, there is one mistake, the dear young man who has this beautiful voice, I forgot his name, I think one of the best anchors I've seen. I'm glad he's not been on television. The gentleman who introduced me, Kapil, huh? Kapil, if you ever want to take up another profession, please join television. I'll give you a job in Republic any day. But I felt very proud of Kapil, the way you spoke, the way you enunciated your expression, absolutely world class, fantastic. But I want to share one small thought with you today. Today, you don't have to be in Delhi or Bombay or Bangalore to be a world beater. I sincerely hope that Vandya breaks into all global arenas. You see, with the digital world, parents, the world is your oyster. You can be anywhere and do something at a national or a global level. It is your responsibility as parents, as people involved in a school with this infrastructure. I have visited schools, colleges, institutions, and universities all across the world. I have done my master's at Oxford and a fellowship at Cambridge. I have been to King's. I have been to the best colleges and infrastructures. This place has absolutely remarkable infrastructure. I think it's like, I would say like a flame university outside Pune. This kind of infrastructure is very, very extremely rare. Extremely rare. But your aspiration has to be global. Your aspiration has to, you have to believe that your children can actually achieve something at a global level. And you must push them more and more and more and more to succeed at that level. I too have a small aspiration, and I have been working towards it for a very, very, very long time. Very long time. My aspiration, parents, is that one day there will be a global channel from India. And we should not look upon the BBC or the CNN or even Russia Today to have a source of global news. That is my aspiration. And if me at my age can still have an aspiration like that, I really hope that you have some global aspiration for each of the children who will pass out of Vandya. Can you imagine what India is going to be in 10 years? Can you imagine? It is, I think we don't even know. We are sometimes so caught up in our own world that we don't know the world that our children are going to step into. Today is 2023, okay? Some of the children on stage are 7, 8 years old, right? How old would they be in 15 years from now? Maybe 20, 22-year-olds. So by the time these children are in their early 20s, India is destined to be a superpower. Destined. It is unimaginable. These children who are earning these academic prizes on the stage today, when they are 20, 21, 22, 25 years old, India will probably 100% not just be a leading economy. We would have a GDP that would have crossed $30 trillion. We would be competing with America in every sphere. The per capita household income of this country will go up every 5 or 6 times. Every second child will look for global opportunities. The world will come to you and you will go to the world. Every single day, it is important that the students studying in an institution with this infrastructure are made to realize that you have a chance of being a global beater. So don't limit their aspirations, please, parents. Let them travel, let them seek global opportunities, let them seek national opportunities. Let them compete at the highest level and take advantage of all that you are getting in this school. I wish, when I was a kid, there was a school like Vandya, then my mother and my father would not have to go all over the country to get me admitted in different missionary schools. And I think that we have missed this opportunity. But I think that what Vandya is giving to the Northeast is a gift of excellence. It is a standout institution. And I can offer, if you ever need, Riniki, for a debating teacher, I can put in my services. I can assure you I'm good at it. I may not be good at everything, but if you need a debating or declamation teacher, I am there. I'm always there. But if you can instill in the children the need for communication, the spirit for soft skills, and I know I'll give a lot of gyan, but I'll give one last point I want to share with you very, very genuinely. Very genuinely. As your children move into the world, you will realize that soft skills are at least 50% of what they will need to be successful. And therefore, beyond academics, I think instilling soft skills will make a huge difference. Huge difference in what they do and what they get. And lastly, as someone who's been through the Indian education system, please, parents, don't pressurize your children too much. The principal will get angry. He's saying, what has he started saying? But don't pressurize your children too much. Please remember that the person who is heading the biggest corporation in the country, in the world today, Satya Nadella, is not from IIT. I'm not saying don't go to IIT. I'm saying he went to Manipal, which is a great institution, but if he is heading that institution, then it is proof to the fact that he has certain skills beyond academics. So innovation and soft skills will determine where you go in life. Where you go in life. And one last thing which I would add, Renike, to you. Today we are going to be in a global world. I would request you to increase the number of languages that children can learn at Vandya. If every student passing out of Vandya, because what is my aspiration? I am very excited about the future because I think I'm going to contribute. If I can achieve having a global network and if India can become a global power, if we in our lifetimes can see India there, then I would love it. I would imagine if every 18-year-old passing out of an Indian school knows 2 languages, beyond Indian languages. 1 Indian language, right? And 1 foreign language with a certain degree of proficiency. And languages that are unique and spoken in different parts of the world. I think the future is of multilinguists, people with soft skills, and people who are risk takers. So all of this is there, and I would love to contribute to the school. So if there's anything that I can do to Vandya at any time besides being your debating instructor, please call on me. And once again, it has been a true honor. I feel very blessed, very, 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 very deeply honored to be called here. I wish Vandya all the best, and I think you're all very, very lucky to be part of this great institution, and I'm very lucky to be part of your family today. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.